Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are going to be hanging out in the Arathi Highlands. I originally tried to go into Dustwallow Marsh. This was actually a couple days ago. And the thing about Dustwallow Marsh that I discovered was that a lot of the quests are quite different in level range. Also, what I discovered is that there are a ton of quests. So anywhere between levels 36 and 41. And there are about a bazillion of them, and the problem that I started to run into was that I didn't have room in the quest log to actually take all of the quest. So what resulted from that is that I'd have to run past a bunch of enemies and objectives that I knew existed for quests that I couldn't grab, to get to ones that I could grab. And it just kind of became really annoying, actually, after a little bit. You know, I'm running past all these enemies. I know this is for a quest. I know these guys are for a quest. I could be fighting them at the same time as I'm fighting these guys. And so, yeah, I bailed out of there. And we're going to go back once we've cleared up a couple of other zones. So today we're going to try to wrap some things up in the Arathi Highlands to our satisfaction. And then the next place that I want to wrap some things up is Stranglethorn, and I just want to get everything done that we kind of want to get done there for now, get the quest log cleared out, and then going back to Dustwallow Marsh would probably be a lot more enjoyable and make a lot more sense, because there's like two different hubs, and there's also a bunch of smaller hubs and just quests scattered all over the place. I feel like we literally need access to the entire 25 quest log to go there right now. It's a little bit crazy. And I want to do that, but I want to do it all at once. I want to do it the right way. And not how I was trying to do it. So yeah, that's the long story about why we are back in the Arathi Highlands today trying to work on some stuff. But yeah, the first thing we're going to do is come down here. We need Raptor Hearts, and we need to do the Boulderfist Brutes and Maguses for Call to Arms. So let's come directly to the west, and we'll try to work on some of the raptors first. Hope you guys are doing well today. And thank you for clicking and choosing to stick around and spend some of your time here with me. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, I don't want to fight two of you right off the bat here. Let's look for somebody else while you separate. Don't really want to fight the spider. Luckily, I've been pretty diligent about keeping our bag space cleared. Let's go with this polearm today. A little gift, much appreciated. I don't think we'll often be able to use polearms, but it's been cool to be able to. I never really used them before on a warrior. Some of the animations are a little bit strange. That's my favorite animation, is the thrust. Some of the slashing ones look more like he's wielding an axe or a mace. But, you know, 2004 animations, not really a lot you can do at this point. Speaking of 2004 animations, and just like older stuff in general, I've been considering checking out an EverQuest progression server. EverQuest hosts actual like progression servers that are official, and usually they come with some slightly different rules than vanilla, similar to how Season of Mastery had some changes for classic vanilla WoW. And I've never played EverQuest, even a single time. I kind of missed it. I probably missed EverQuest by about 4 years of PC gaming. I didn't start PC gaming until, well, basically until I was playing WoW Vanilla. Well, I played Warcraft 3, so I guess I started with Warcraft 3, but WoW was my first MMO. And although I was aware of EverQuest, Never played it to this day. And yeah, I was wondering how many of you would be interested in seeing an EverQuest progression server from a new player's perspective. I also know that they're kind of working on plans in the future to give EverQuest some kind of graphical overhaul to the core game rules. Just kind of spruce up the graphics a little bit. I don't think that's like anytime soon, but it is something that I know those developers are working on. And I think that's pretty interesting. I think they were inspired by the success of WoW Classic, and they thought, oh, you know, beyond just having official progression servers, maybe we should spruce up our game a little bit and re-release it in some way. Obviously, being a fan of slower-paced combat RPGs, I've been kind of thinking about giving EverQuest a shot. The current progression servers that they have been going for a while. I think they're like a year in. And I don't really know what the cadence is for them starting up new servers. I feel like they only do it every couple of years. But yeah, it's something that I've thought about. Maybe I'll install and fiddle around a bit. It'd be interesting to approach something so old with zero knowledge of it, and to see if I can grasp like how to play it all. And I wonder how many newer people and younger people come into WoW Classic and kind of have that same feeling of having a bunch of things going on, a lot of which they don't really understand. Oh, we got lucky and he was non-aggressive. I thought for sure we were about to have a buddy. Just some thoughts. I'd be curious to know what you guys think. I know I have too many playthroughs going on as it is. I really do. Sometimes as much as I love WoW, and it'll always be my home, sometimes I feel this undeniable need to play something new, to engage with the unknown. And you know, sometimes it's fun. It's hard for a game to really like pull me in, I guess, you know what I mean? I have so much invested in World of Warcraft that it's always really easy to get immersed. But it takes something for a new game to be able to do that. I was immersed in New World for a little while, but it was just kind of like rose-tinted goggles immersion. The immersion that Hopium creates. And it was when we were trying to do dungeon content that I started to see all of its flaws. Just kind of started to unravel to me like an onion. Just like getting into the dungeon, getting a group for the dungeon, the experience of the dungeon. Yeah, it all started to just kind of shatter beneath me. The glass floor that I didn't know I was standing on. But yeah, I came close. I think we played like maybe 20, 25 hours. I keep waiting for other games to exist, games like Ashes of Creation. But, you know, who knows if those games will ever actually exist, and who knows what state they'll be in by the time they do. But yeah, every once in a while I just need to do something new. And often people suggest things to me like, you know, Guild Wars 2. I played Guild Wars 2, I played it when it first came out. It was fun. It really was. It's just kind of that thing, like, the world didn't pull me in and, like, get me stuck into it. I think besides WoW, the last MMO that I got all the way to endgame and actually did endgame content was probably Star Wars Old Republic. Like, when it came out, upon original release. That was probably, what was that, 2011, 2012? Yeah, that was probably the last time that, in an MMO that was not World of Warcraft, that I stuck with a game and it pulled me in and got me to play it all the way to max level through the story and actually got me to engage with some of the endgame content. Hutball, like the thing that made me love PvP modes in MMOs that was then never replicated anywhere else to satisfaction. Hutball was freaking amazing. So, you know, for games like Guild Wars 2 and SWTOR that, like, I did enjoy my time with, I don't have an impulse to go back. You know, I know it's, like, so much more content. Things are undoubtedly very different. But I just kind of want to keep my original memories of those games intact. Because I did enjoy them. They did not supplant WoW. But they didn't need to. But they're not really games that I want to go back and, play. And SWTOR, you can't do a Let's Play of SWTOR. I once recorded a secret. No, that's not really a secret. I once did record an episode 1 of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. This would have been about maybe 3 months ago, 4 months ago. It was fun, you know. I was just playing on a Jedi Knight. I think it was just a Jedi Knight. Just having a good time. Did an hour and a half, episode 1. Put it up to YouTube, let YouTube analyze it, do its thing, and it got several monetization strikes throughout the whole video for the music. So yeah, you can't play any actual Star Wars music in your Let's Play on YouTube because you're gonna get monetization claims from the folks who actually own the music, because it's not just the video game music, like how in WoW we're listening to the music and it's video game music for the game soundtrack. You know, this is just Star Wars music that probably belongs to Disney, I have to imagine, in some way. But anyway, yeah, I couldn't put the video up. The only way to do it would be to turn the music off, I guess. Yeah, I guess if I were to have totally turned the music off. And yeah, I thought about it. I thought about just muting the music and, you know, doing like an underlay of some subtle music, some ambient music tracks underneath. Would have been more editing work, but ultimately, like, it wouldn't have worked. That's such a story-driven game that has like these big story moments, big scenes that music is invariably tied to, and in fact helps set the tone and express the emotions of the scene. So I felt that doing a immersive story-focused Let's Play and not being able to have the music was never going to do it justice. So ultimately, that's why we don't have SWTOR on the channel. Yeah, just monetization stuff with the music. Final Fantasy has bits like that. Final Fantasy was a hard game to try to put on the channel, as much as I did try to have it on the channel as just an immersive story-focused thing. I love Final Fantasy XIV. Narratively, probably my favorite game of all time for the story that it tells and the way it develops its characters. The way it treats its world and its characters with respect. Yeah, probably my favorite game of all time. Can't have it on the channel, really. It's hard to, because a lot of the music, it's copyright. And even beyond that, once I got beyond that and was able to resolve that, just like there's zero interest for that kind of thing. Zero interest for it at this point. Plus, you know, playing through the MSQ, still probably they've done a lot to like shorten it down and cut a lot of the fat from it, especially in A Realm Reborn, but still talking about probably 200 hours to get from level 1 into Endwalker content. Maybe a little less now. It's a journey I'd love to go on that unfortunately just it doesn't warrant the time that I would have to spend on it. That's kind of what it boils down to. How long have I been killing raptors and just running my mouth and have had all my hearts? Probably for a little while, if I had to guess. Let's get in here and let's play some World of Warcraft and let's fight some ogres. These guys are going to be casting. I'm going to probably go back to Sword and Board. Let's do that. Let's get these out to the bar where we actually need them. Let's pull you out to the bar, like so. Okay, yeah, let's go Sword and Board for a bit, change things up, and be able to shield block some of these casts. Do we have food? Yes, we do. I think before Star Wars The Old Republic, the game before that I would have got to endgame, that was Aeon. Actually got to endgame in Aeon. Imagine that. Wildstar. A Wildstar I got to endgame. Really just focused on PvP. I had a warrior that for some reason I just loved PvPing on it. Wildstar, PvP, and Hutball have been the only times that I've like truly enjoyed PvP. I think Wildstar was a dead game when it shipped. Yeah, we just didn't know it. Level that warrior up. I don't remember a scrap of story from that game. I don't remember a single quest. I don't remember the name of a single character. That's it. I don't remember anything. I just remember just doing the gameplay, looking at the map, doing the quest, pressing the buttons. It seemed fun. Had a fun time. But yeah, probably was a dead game when it shipped. I played Terra when it came out. I liked Terra. Didn't get to endgame in Terra. But I did very much enjoy it. Lord of the Rings Online, same thing. Tried that when it came out. Played it for a few months. I think I've tried pretty much every major MMO release. There are, like, obviously some games that I've avoided and will probably never try, like Black Desert Online. Zero interest. Zero interest really in most Eastern MMOs, strictly because of the monetization that they often tie to those games. I don't appreciate that kind of monetization. I like just paying a sub and just playing the game. Give me a sub fee, give me the game, give me content on a certain cadence, and I'm happy with that. I don't like the shops and the different packages and just trying to get money out of you for this, that, and the other. So yeah, games like that I probably would never play. And yeah, we'll see what the future of MMOs are. I don't know if MMOs as I enjoy them really have a future. I think that ultimately, the way that I appreciate the game is probably relegated to the past in most regards. Specifically like the combat pacing. That slower kind of combat. Having things go slowly enough that you're kind of thinking a couple of abilities ahead, you know what I mean? You don't get that in a lot of modern action RPGs, we'll say. Combat is usually just like slam your buttons, you have a few of them that you're going to press, you're going to burn through most enemies effortlessly if it's just one of them. Maybe the game is set up so that you handle packs at a time and then you blow through packs effortlessly. I don't know if we're ever going to get a modern MMO release where the combat and the pacing resemble more of what we have in Classic. I don't think that's ever going to happen. I don't even know if it should happen. I would enjoy it. I like things like planning my pulls. Being trepidatious about just running in. Having times when you get into tricky situations when you have to think ahead about what abilities you need to use and when you need to use them. I appreciate all of that. But I think that these days people just need things to happen a lot faster for them to be interested. And you can make something really great, but if no one is interested in it, it's not going to succeed. So in that way, as a creator, you're kind of hamstrung. You have to work within the confines of people's expectations and desires. No, there are times I also try to get into other genres that I think might evoke the same kind of feelings of exploration and open worldliness. And those games often don't really stick me either. A lot of times I just kind of bounce off. And a lot of them are really great games, you know. Valheim seems like a really great game. It kind of hits like the vibe that I like, which is just kind of most of it is pretty chill. It's got great music, great visuals, great ambience. But yeah, I just kind of bounce off of it, you know. I guess maybe it's ultimately because I do need like kind of some story and some characters, I guess, and some lore. Like, I guess I need a little bit more direct storytelling. But then again, you know, World of Warcraft vanilla, that storytelling is not really direct. Although it is direct in small ways, right? It's never some huge overarching plot, but you do get the sense that you're doing things in a lively, populated world. Maybe that's the difference. Most survival craft games kind of, to me, seem empty, right? It's this big, giant wilderness. You feel basically alone in it besides mobs. Sometimes there's villages. But you don't feel like you're part of a world necessarily the way you do in an MMO like World of Warcraft. At least I don't. I often do feel that emptiness. Part of it could also be not really seeing a lot of other players, you know. Maybe if you're on like a really populated server, things feel differently. This is our last brute, and then we can get out of here. Do we want to come over here and do a foul magics? It's level 40, so, you know, not really. Do I want to kind of get wrapped up here in the zone? Yeah, I kind of do. I kind of want to finish this quest, turn everything in. I don't know about the follow-ups, if we're going to do any of them or not. I'm kind of ready to scratch a zone out of our quest log. And then get back to Stranglethorn. I dropped a couple quests in Stranglethorn when I was attempting to have some kind of success in Dustwallow Marsh. I dropped a couple of quests, so we'll have to pick those up again. I think I dropped the Panther quest up at Hemingway's camp. Hemingway, yeah. Exactly. And maybe one in Gromgul as well, so we'll just pick those up again. Yeah, I would like to get a lot of the Stranglethorn stuff just done with. Kind of getting into that interesting part of the leveling experience. Once we get into the 40s, it's like there's a lot to do, but a lot of it isn't going to get you a lot of levels. I think Dustwallow Marsh is our biggest zone right now, looking at how many quests are there that we're going to be able to do once we hit like level 40 or 41. Should get a couple levels out of it. I'm hoping for at least 2 levels out of the zone. After that, I have no idea. After that, I think we're still too little to go into Zul'Farrak at 43 or 42. Yeah. We could do some stuff in the Badlands. Again, there's not really a lot there. Swamp of Sorrows. I think the Horde do have a small little camp in Swamp of Sorrows. I don't think I've taken a Horde character through there at all. We'll do a little bit in Swamp of Sorrows. Yeah, we have places to go, but it becomes attenuated. Like, it gets stretched out, right? So you're not gaining a few levels in every zone that you're in anymore. You're like gaining half a level here, a quarter level here. Oh, this looks good. I really don't want to fight all those guys. So maybe we just chill back here for a little bit. Oh, they're gonna attack him, so we'll take advantage of that and we'll just run in. Let's see. Yeah, any of these guys can drop it, I think, and none of them are elites anymore. Let's go on the Voidwalker first. I want to see how much health these have. Okay, not a significant amount. How nice would it be if we could just get it right away? Not the best camera angle, I do realize this. But we're kind of backed up to a wall here. Oh, you are just hanging out in stealth. That's pretty great. Glad I saw you. I mean, probably strangely, of all like the survival craft games I've played, I've probably played more Minecraft than anything else. As weird as that might sound. It's just sometimes weirdly cathartic to just get into a groove and to just dig out a mine. Okay, we've got our stealth buddy here. Guess it's fine that we take care of him now. Oh, he disarmed us. What a jerk. Guess we should probably stop and get our health back pretty soon. Might be a good idea. At least these guys aren't super annoying to fight. They don't run too soon, they don't run especially fast, they're not too bunched up together. And hey, they're not elites, so... Now if I go into this house, is that asking for trouble? It could be. I'm gonna mess around with her here. It's always fun to mess around with casters near doorways. Oh, well, I deserve that one. Yeah, we'll let her come back on her own. Deal with this guy for a minute. There we go. I kinda deserve that. I was being a jerk and trying to mess with her frostbolt. It's totally fine. Oh look, and she had the item. That's amazing. Okay. She had the item. It was worth it to mess with her. What else is back here? Oh, befouled bloodstone orb. Is this in this house? Am I... Oh, hi. Not really understanding what the noise is that I'm hearing. It sounds like somebody casting, but nobody's casting. It's very weird. Let's go look upstairs. There's somebody in stealth here. Oh, hi. How are you? There is a caster in that back room, and they're casting something. I didn't see. They're not casting at us, strangely. Here we go. Any reason to take her out? Not really. I'm just really curious what the hell she's doing. Just stuck forever in a casting animation. That has to be, like, horrible. So we'll put her out of her misery. It's the least we can do. Strangely, I still hear the casting. It's a little bit weird. And obviously the item we need is not here. So, maybe it's behind? Is there a behind? There is a behind. It's you! You were the one casting. You were the one we've been hearing. The lady in the house was a decoy. There we go. Cool. Now we can get out of here. If we're lucky, we don't have to deal with all the respawns. Let's see. Yeah, no, not everything's back up yet. That's actually wonderful. Some of these guys are up. Alright, is that everything? I think that is everything. In fact, we don't even need to run back or run out. We can simply hearth back. And yeah, we'll see what follow-ups we have, and we'll see if it's anything that we want to do. And we can just let it sit here, and then maybe we change our mind later, that's fine, but I think we're gonna be done with Arathi for now. You are as strong as a Kodo, and your lust for battle does your people proud. The head of the beast is ready to be taken off with great force. You've shown every sign that you're able to help us with this final mighty blow. The leaders of these attacks have made their lair within the ruins of Stromgarde a glaring symbol of human frailty. Find and slay those boulder-fisted lords and their lackey shaman. Yeah? Not now, though.
What you want?
We'll have until like level 47 to take care of that. And then Trollbane's tomb, same thing. We're gonna hold off on this stuff. The real threat. Yeah, see, now everything is level 40, so that's perfect. That means we can just let it sit here. And when we're ready to come back, maybe level 45 or so, we'll have a bunch of stuff we can do here.
Relax.
My restless nights will turn into peaceful slumber when I have destroyed this orb. It is a chilling reminder of the terrible power the demons held over the orcs before Hellscream released them from their curse. What do we want here? Nothing, really, so... Preparations are made. All I require are the raptor hearts. Yes, these will work perfectly. I will transfer their power and spirit of the raptors into this orb. This orb will imbue Golmur with the fiery strength and intelligence of the raptor. Okay. With him returned to normal, we can explain to him the current state of the Horde, and we will have a great warrior's assistance in our unceasing battles. That's good. We're invigorating him and like renewing him just so he can go back into endless battle. That's probably what he wants anyway, right? He is an orc. It makes sense.
What do you need?
Returning again, have you? Indeed, there is nothing more I could wish for now than more of Torgon's pity. What have you for me this time? Perhaps a piece of brightly colored string or a length of rope to end this misery of mine? At least it is something interesting you bring to me this time. A strange power it emits. This... You got a buff. It only lasts for 30 seconds. What is this power that flows through me? Is this the power of the shamanism? Amazing. I feel renewed. My strength returns. He's going to do a class change now. This power, is this the power of the shamans that Torgon tried to show me? I must say, it is interesting. Tell Torgon he has convinced me, for the time being. I will listen to what he has to say. I think we just made a shaman. How cool would it be if, like, you know, we had some phasing and he actually kind of progressed? How cool would that be? Pretty freaking cool.
Who you be?
When the enchantment wears off, I will speak to Gormur. My thanks to you for helping return him to the land of the living. I have no doubt he thanks you greatly as well. Cool. Hey, we're pretty close to level 40. That's going to be pretty big for us. We're going to have to train plate, but we do have a couple of pieces ready to go for when we hit 40. Guys, I'm going to take a break here today. It is a little bit of a short one, but this was kind of my goal from the outset, to finish up everything I wanted to do here in Arathi. And, let's see. Yeah, let's just drop everything here for now. It's fine. And we're going to head back to Stranglethorn next time. We have some troll stuff we need to finish up. Some Elder Crocodile skins. We have a couple of quests that I dropped that we can pick back up, and I think we're ready to do a couple of the quests there that we were too low to do before. So we're at least going to clear all the green and yellow. And after we clear all the green and yellow, maybe we'll be level 41 or so. We'll go back to Dustwallow. So that's kind of the plan. Let me know what you guys think. I would love to hear from you. Special thank you to those of you who are with me on the YouTube membership and on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. It is that kind of support that is going to help me keep doing this into the future. So thanks to those that do. Everybody take care of yourselves out there and take care of each other. And we will see you back here again really soon. Bye now.